lifting the top of the head up. And then just begin to deepen your breath. So starting at the lowest part of your belly, take your inhale. And then allow the breath to travel up the spine, circling around the head. And then as you exhale, think about releasing your breath all the way down to the lowest part of your belly. And that's where we'll start our practice today. So really just doing your best to lengthen both parts of the breath and really to allow your breath to be complete. Imagine that continuous breath cycle, the inhale flowing right into the exhale. And each time you breathe in, think about bringing something into your body that you need right now in this moment. And each time you exhale, think about letting go of the past. Letting go of all of those things that aren't serving you well, maybe that you've worried about or spent mental energy and time on, and just allow yourself to let those go as you come to your mat today. And each time you let go of one of those worries or concerns or things that's been on your mind, imagine that you feel a little bit more free, a little bit lighter. The load that you have to carry is just a little bit more manageable. Continuing to breathe deeply into the lowest part of your belly. Allow the tops of the shoulders to relax and fall way down away from your ears. Sit a little bit taller, lift the top of your head up. And imagine your neck elongating, creating space from the top of the head to the shoulders, creating space between each vertebrae in the spine. And then if you haven't already, either blinking your eyes closed or lowering your gaze. And just start to slowly turn your head from side to side with your eyes closed or your gaze lowered. I want you to think about bringing blood flow around the neck. So just turning and slowly moving your head to whatever range of motion is available to you. Moving right and then left. And you can coordinate this with your breath, or you can just move at whatever pace feels good for you. Keeping the length in the spine though, continuing to sit tall, and then bring your head back to a neutral position. If you are sitting cross-legged, go ahead and switch which leg you have in front. Take another nice deep breath in to lengthen the spine, let the shoulders fall down, and just let your hands relax comfortably, but this time turn the palms up. So softening and resting the hands on your lap, and then we'll let the right ear fall to the right shoulder. Good, breathe in, come back to a neutral spine, and then switch sides, left ear, left shoulder. Breathe in, neutral spine, get tall through your spine. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Pause and breathe. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Pause and breathe. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. This time, go ahead and just set your left fingertips on the mat. And just think about grounding down through the fingertips as you let that right ear fall to your right shoulder. And then from here, tip your chin either down or up. Whatever feels best on your neck. And then just pause and breathe wherever you feel the most amount of tension or tightness. Avoiding pain or discomfort, coming into a gentle stretch though. Good. Slowly let both hands come down to the mat. Now drop your chin to your chest. Pause and breathe, this time into the back of the neck. And then slowly, when you're ready, drop the left ear to the left shoulder, extending out through the right arm, fingertips contact the mat. Pausing and breathing, and then deciding if you'd like to tip your chin up or down. Pause in stillness or continue to mobilize between those two places in your neck. Good. On an inhale, slowly come back to a seated position. Lengthen upward. Blink the eyes closed if you opened then. Take a nice deep breath in. Sweep your arms up. Look up. Lift your chin. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Do it again. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Big exhale, heavy sigh, hands to heart. Good. This time, inhale, sweeping the arms up. Find a steeple grip up over your head, and then take a side stretch to the right. Pause and breathe, grounding down through the left sit bone. Nice, easy side stretch. Come back to center, lengthen up. Exhale, side stretch to the left. Pause and breathe. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Pause and breathe, palms to touch. Let your chin drop down towards your heart. Create an intention for your practice today. And before we continue, take a moment of gratitude for dedicating this time out of your day for self-care. Good. When you're ready, on an inhale, tip your pelvis forward and come to seated cow. You can do this with your eyes opened or closed. So really expanding across the collarbones, pulling the shoulder blades so they come in and down your back. Good. As you exhale, tuck and round, seated cat. Lengthening out between the shoulder blades and the back body. Pause and breathe. Chin to the chest. Inhale, sit tall, seated cow, open the chest, draw the shoulder blades in and down. Exhale, tuck and round, seated cat, chin to chest. So just start to flow with your breath here, and you can go faster or slower depending on what works for your body today. If you feel like you need to pause in either of these asanas or poses, feel free to do that. You can add any or make any micro adjustments to the poses as we practice today. So just start to coordinate that movement with your breathing. Inhale as you open up the front body. Exhale as you tuck and round, cat pose. Inhale, sit tall, seated cow. Exhale, tuck and round, seated cat. Good. Inhale, find a neutral spine. This time, walk your fingertips back behind you. Take a seated heart opener, lifting your chin, pulling the shoulder blades together, breathing into the center of your chest. Bringing yourself out of that rounded shoulder posture tendency that we tend to move into as we sit and move about our day. As you exhale, come back to center. We'll take a counter pose. Forward fold, walk your fingertips forward. Soften the back of the neck. Let your chin drop down. Breathe into the back body this time. And then maybe moving your hands over to one side or the other. Just pause and breathe. Take your time here and just do what works for you. Once again, opening up the sides of the trunk. When you feel ready, slowly making your way back to center and then walking your hands back towards you. We'll go ahead and extend the right leg out, and then we'll take the left leg and cross it over the right, drawing the knee towards your right shoulder. And you can either hook it with your elbow crease or just use your hand to draw that knee towards your opposite shoulder. And we'll take a twist to the left. So opening up that left side of your chest, you're pulling the shoulder blade in and down. And then to keep that straight leg active, still pull the toes towards you. So each time you breathe in, think about getting taller as you sit. And as you exhale, think about rotating, allowing your spine to follow your eyes and neck. Good. As you exhale, slowly come back to center. Take both legs out, come into seated staff pose. Hands just underneath the shoulders. And then just give a little press into the hands. Think about dropping the shoulders down away from your ears, pressing into your hands and lifting your chest. So once again, sticking with that theme of lots of space between the ear and the top of the shoulder. So as you press into your hands, you're going to get longer through your neck and almost think about drawing the shoulder blades down your back. Good. As you exhale, slowly release. We'll take the second side here. So you'll bring the right leg, step it over the left, pull that right knee towards the opposite shoulder, sit tall to lengthen, exhale, rotating to the right. Pause and breathe. Good, and then slowly release from the twist. Go ahead and take seated bound angle pose. So bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees fall out to the side, and just grab on loosely to your feet or ankles. Sit tall and lift the center of your chest up and lift your chin slightly. So once again, focusing in on that long spine posture, lifted chest, shoulder blades pull together. Allowing the knees to just soften and relax out to the side, creating a little bit of a groin stretch, hip opener. And then on an exhale, slowly coming out of it and then making your way into tabletop or hands and knees. We'll just spend a brief amount of time in tabletop today. As you come into tabletop, we'll make a pretty quick transition into downward facing dog. So once you come into tabletop, do whatever feels good for your body. So it might feel good to shift your weight from toes to heels. Might feel good to shift your hips from side to side. So just kind of do whatever feels good for you. And then when you feel ready, you can walk your hands more forward towards the top edge of your mat. Tuck your toes under and find your first downward facing dog of the practice. So especially if you haven't spent a lot of time in down dog lately, just give yourself some grace here in the pose, doing what feels good for you, walking it out a little bit. Alternating, dropping a knee to center or pressing into the heels. And just really kind of check in with yourself, noticing what feels tight or restricted. And just being mindful of those places today as you practice. Good. On an inhale, shift forward to plank pose. So just think about lengthening the spine, pressing the shoulder blades, bringing them around the rib cage, pressing into that middle part of your back, zipping the thighs together. Maybe you set your knees down, maybe you stay in that full plank position, but just notice the activation in your midsection. And then as you exhale, press back to downward facing dog, hips high. Relax for the head and neck, maybe turn the head from side to side, or nod your head yes if that feels good. Again, just releasing tension out of the neck and the shoulder. And when you feel ready, bringing your feet back so they're about hips distance apart. On an inhale, send the left leg all the way up towards the sky, three-legged dog. As you exhale, knee to nose, cat back. Notice the activation in your trunk. Good, inhale, sweep the leg all the way back up, three-legged dog. And then as you exhale, slide that left leg under your right, and then come over to fallen starfish pose. So you'll be balancing on your left hand and with staggered feet. So hips are lifted up to the ceiling, perfectly fine to set that bottom knee down if you'd like. Pause and breathe, noticing some activation around the shoulder girdle and the side body. And then take that right hand, set it back down. Exhale, lift the hips high, keeping your feet as they are. And then deep breath in, left leg floats all the way up, three-legged dog. Exhale, set it down, downward facing dog. Good, and then take a breather in extended child's pose. Big toes together, knees wide. Drop the sit bones all the way back. And just melt down to the mat here. And then return to that nice, deep belly breath. Inhaling and exhaling into the lowest part of the belly. Remember, you're always welcome to come back to this pose at any point. When you feel ready, slowly making your way back to tabletop, and then pressing yourself all the way back to downward facing dog. We'll take that same series of core stability poses on our second side here. So just grounding down through the hands and feet. When you feel ready, inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, cat back. Press away from the mat as much as you can. Inhale, right leg high, sweep it up. Exhale, slide it under the left, so you're coming to the outer edge of that right foot. Rotate over to your right hand, staggered feet, fall in starfish pose. Lift your left fingertips for the sky. Pause and breathe, lifting the side body up. Micro bend in that right elbow if that's available to you. As you exhale, set the left hand down, and exhale, press the hips up and back. Big inhale, right leg sweeps all the way up, three-legged dog. Exhale, set it downward facing dog. Looking forward towards the top edge of your mat, go ahead and walk your feet all the way up. So your feet are about fist or hips distance apart. And just let the upper body sway, ragdoll pose, a generous forward fold here. Pause and breathe, relaxing the back of the neck. Good, let the fingertips dangle down for the floor. On an inhale, come up to a flat back, halfway lift. Think about, once again, drawing the shoulder blades in and down. Top of the head is forward. As you exhale, round and fold generously. Uttanasana. Inhale, take your time, press through your feet. Come all the way up to stand. And once you're in standing, pedal out those feet. Take a few shoulder rolls back. Once again, lengthening the neck. And then come to mountain pose, palms forward, feet in a comfortable distance apart, belly in, tailbone tucks, look forward. Allow your eyes to close and just notice how you feel in standing. Try to recognize all four corners of each foot. Feel the ground beneath you. Good, when you're ready, blink your eyes open. We'll start with a half sun salute today. On an inhale, sweep the arms up, lift your gaze. As you exhale, open the chest, pull the elbows towards the sides. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, press through the feet, sweep all the way up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, open the chest. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press all the way up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, moving on to our lunge salutation. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, open the chest. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step the right foot back. Inhale, high lunge, up on the ball of your back foot. So walking or sweeping your arms up, shoulders drop down away from the ears, lift the gaze, notice the length in the front of the right hip. Exhale, hands to the mat, plank pose. Good. For our first vinyasa variation, we're going to set our knees down on the mat, lower all the way down to our tummies. Inhale, locust pose, arms down at your sides. So shoulder blades pull together and down, fingertips reach for the feet. Good. Exhale, hands to the mat, downward facing dog, hips high. Pause and breathe. Letting everything go. Looking forward to your hands, right foot steps through, rise up, high lunge, side two. Relax the neck and the tops of the shoulders. Back knee is straight, so feel the length this time in the front of the left hip. Good, exhale, hands to the mat, step forward this time. Halfway lift, top of your mat. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, press all the way up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, open the chest. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, right foot steps back, high lunge, rise. Pause and breathe, relax your face. Exhale, hands to the mat, plank pose. Set your knees down on the mat, lower all the way to your tummy. Inhale, locust pose, arms at the sides. This time, float your arms and your feet. Everything floats up. Notice the activation in your back body. Hands to the mat, plank pose. All right, downward facing dog. Pause and breathe. Looking forward, right foot steps through, high lunge, side two. Sweep up. Lift your gaze. Exhale, hands to the mat, step forward. Breathe in, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, open the chest. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step the right foot back, high lunge. We'll add on some standing postures now. So from high lunge, sweep the arms back, find airplane arms, hinging the trunk over the front thigh. So drawing the shoulder blades in and down, keeping your neck long. And then if you'd like, interlace the hands on top of the sacrum, draw down and back. So you can either hold this posture as you are, straight line from your head all the way down to your heel, or find humble warrior, dropping your trunk towards your inner thigh. Just an option, you don't have to do that, but if you do, you're gonna float those arms up and keep the chest open. pull the belly in any variation of that. Good, we're gonna draw the trunk up by drawing the hands down towards your back heel, bringing the trunk back up, shoulders over the hips. Good, inhale, high lunge. Float the arms up. Good, exhale, wide arm twist to the left. Pause and breathe. Good. From here, if you'd like, shift the weight onto the front leg for revolved half moon. So you're going to keep that twist open to the left wall. Back foot floats up, foot is flexed. Good place for a block is underneath that right hand or a prop. And then to make it a little bit more challenging, try turning your gaze to the left wall. Good, you're going to take a giant step back with that right foot and step it back to plank pose. Good, halfway down is chaturanga, low push-up. Release to your tummy, inhale, locust pose variation. Exhale, down dog. Pause and breathe. This would be a good place for a breather in child's pose or any other resting pose of your choice, or just spend a little bit of time in down dog. Let's take a couple of cleansing breaths wherever you are. So deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, big heavy sigh, let it go. Good, do that one more time. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, big heavy sigh through the mouth. Good, looking forward between your hands, step the right foot through, come up to high lunge, side two. Soft tops of the shoulders, reaching through the fingertips, lifting your gaze. Good, as you exhale, airplane arms, sweep the arms back, draw the trunk over the front thigh. Shoulder blades draw in and down. If you'd like, interlace the hands, continue opening the chest. So really expanding across the collarbones. If you'd like, humble warrior. Trunk drops to that inner thigh on the right. Keep opening the chest. Belly in. Relax the back of the neck. Good. Pull the hands down your back. Raise the trunk up. Shoulders over the hips. Take it slow. Good. Release your hands. Sweep them up. High lunge. Exhale. Wide arm twist to the right. Heart shines to the right wall. Pause and breathe. Back knee stays straight. For an additional balance pose today, you'll press off the back foot, shifting onto the front foot, maintaining that rotation for revolved half moon. So back or front knee goes straight, back knee goes straight, foot is flexed on the lifted leg, heart open to the right wall. Try to maintain that rotation. Pause and breathe. Good, giant step back with your left leg. Plant your hands, step it back to plank pose. Good. Deep breath in and out. Lower halfway, chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale any back bend. So cobra, locust, up dog. Exhale, child's pose. Big toes together, knees wide. Arms drop back at your sides or reach them up overhead. If you don't have any issues with your shoulders, walk those hands all the way up towards the top edge of your mat. See how much of the mat or the ground you can connect with here. Big belly breath. So even in child's pose or extended child's pose, relax the tops of the shoulders. Let go of any tension in your face and jaw. And just pause and breathe. Just like we did when we started our practice today, I want you to think about that continuous breath cycle. Inhaling from the lowest part of your belly, imagining the breath traveling up the spine, circling around your head, and then releasing it all the way down the front part of the spine to the lowest part of your belly. Good. When you feel ready, shift your weight through tabletop and come all the way down to your tummy. And as you come to your tummy, turn the toes out to the side, stack the hands, and come to crocodile pose. So forehead will rest on stacked hands, palms down. Toes turned out to the side. Breathe into the lowest part of your belly. This time, imagine the breath flowing between the shoulder blades. Notice that expansion of your rib cage there. And then taking your time, I want you to slowly roll over onto your left side. So we're going to curl up on our left side, do a little bit more upper trunk rotation. So you can either, let's have both arms extended out. So if you have a block or a rolled sweatshirt or something that you can put underneath your head, that would be optimal. But you're going to do your best to bring your palms to touch, laying on your left side. And then on inhale, you're going to take that top arm, draw it all the way across your body, your chest, and then let it fall behind you so your chest is open. Good. Pause and breathe like you're opening a book. And as you exhale, you'll take that top arm, bring it all the way back, palms to touch onto your left side. So inhale, take the top arm, draw it across your body and your chest so it comes behind you, opening to a T shape. And you can either keep your eyes to the left or you can turn your head to face that top arm. Exhale, bring it back, palms to touch. Good. This time roll over to your back. On your back, pause and breathe, soles of the feet on the mat, taking your arms up to goalpost arms. Just allowing gravity to let your back feel supported here. Breathing deeply. And then when you're ready, transitioning to your right side. So palms to touch, laying on your right side this time. Supporting your head if you have something there. Left hand is on top now, just drawing it across the arm, across the chest, bringing it all the way back behind you, following it with your eyes, trying to let your shoulder blades relax down to the mat. Exhale, take that left arm, bring it back to the right, palms to touch. Good. One more time. Inhale, open up the chest and the trunk, rotate, let that left arm fall back behind you. Exhale, palms to touch. And then when you're ready, slowly rolling back down to your back. Keeping the feet on the floor, tucking the shoulder blades underneath you, arms down at your sides. On an inhale, send the hips high for bridge pose. If it's available to you, hands come underneath the sacrum. Shoulder blades walk under, lift your chin, open your chest. To make this more challenging, you can alternate floating one leg up towards the ceiling. Or just bringing it even in line with the opposite knee, holding for a couple of breaths, and then switching sides. If that's too much of a challenge, you'll just stay in bridge pose. Lifting both hips up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, if you interlace the hands, release them, let your hips come all the way down. Toe heel the feet out wide and just drop the knees in so they support each other. Palms up, neutral spine. 2 or 3 deep breaths here. So starting to slow down the breathing as we prepare for our final relaxation. Blink your eyes closed if you're comfortable here and just allow yourself to be in your body. Notice any areas where you might still be holding on to tension and do your best to let those go. Feeling the breath in the lowest part of your belly. The gentle rise and fall with each breath. Notice how you feel. Notice any areas where you still feel tension. Maybe send or direct some breath to those areas. And just scan your body, noticing if there's any other poses that you might want to complete before we move into our final relaxation. So maybe another reclining spine twist or knees to chest. Just gonna do what feels good for you. And then whenever you're ready, you'll make your way into your final relaxation in Shavasana or corpse pose. Coming into Shavasana, you'll let your legs stretch out long, arms down at your sides, tuck the shoulder blades underneath you one last time. Let your heart be open. Palms up towards the sky. The ground supporting you. Allow your eyes to close. Take a long, deep breath in through the nose. Pause at the top of the in-breath. Notice how you feel. As you exhale, release the breath fully all the way down to the lowest part of your belly. And then return to a one-to-one breath without effort. Just allowing your body to relax and be still. Put your mind at peace for a few moments and just allowing yourself to be here on your mat. You are safe. You are confident. You are loved.